Something's missing.
Stop! Oh. He saw an opportunity and he fucking took it. Hi, I'm Miya. I'm an off-duty guild receptionist, and you are very welcome to drop by the guild over on my Twitch and on my main YouTube channel where we stream games. And today we are reacting to I Designed Middlecase Letters by Pixel. Yeah, let's go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome.
Yay!
We're glad to have you here. By this point, I figured
Thank
I had
you.
designed enough new characters for one lifetime, those being my lowercase numbers and then my uppercase and lowercase symbols. However, my comments section argues that there's more work to be done.
Damn, that's a threat. Okay, that's a threat.
That's a threat. So today, I'm resorting to doing a video so bizarre, I never thought I would see it anywhere, let alone on my own channel, and that is designing middlecase letters.
You never think about these things, honestly. I never thought I'd see the word middlecase letters at all.
How did we get here?
Whoa, that abrupt stop. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. Cool. Is that it?
Right, so let's waste no time and get straight into it, starting with the first letter of the alphabet. Which one is that again? A has both an uppercase and lowercase version, and some people like to write the lowercase version like this, or however the hell you're supposed to write it. People who write it like this live in fantasy land, so we're just gonna pretend that it doesn't exist today. Now, I guess we need...
Yeah, I agree to an extent. Don't shit on me. I have opinions. I apologize. I think we should all write the letter A in lowercase the way it's written on screen right now.
We need to address the elephant in the room before I even start showing you my designs, and that is, what is a middle case letter? Now, to me, a middle case letter doesn't have to necessarily be 50-50 between the uppercase and lowercase letters, but it should represent somewhat of a transitional stage between the two. Think of it as...
Okay, I think that makes sense because I feel like it'd be very hard to find that 50-50 balance. I think this gives a bit of leeway for him to actually be able to produce something usable. Do you write an A like that, Mia? No. I used to. That's all I can say. I used to, but I've since switched. It doesn't look any better. It takes so much more effort to write. It makes me so much slower than I would be. So yeah, no, I've switched back.
as a letter to bridge the gap between both uppercase and lowercase letters. So it's like, it's almost unifying the alphabet in a way. What the hell am I talking about? So taking all that into account, my design for lowercase. So taking all that into account, my design for middlecase A is that.
I hate it. I hate it. I really don't like how that looks.
I know I just said that it shouldn't be a 50-50 split.
It's not a 50... Maybe it is. Actually, no, yeah, he's right. It is a 50-50 split.
Between the uppercase and lowercase. But truth be told, for A, I felt like I really had no other option. So that's what I did. For this one in particular, you take the top half of uppercase A and the bottom half of lowercase a, and you merge them into whatever this abomination is.
Okay, honestly, like seeing his working, like seeing like him like kind of draw out like when he's like his thought process, I can't really criticize it because like, yeah, no, that does make sense. That actually does make sense.
I am hesitant to showcase this one as the opener for the video because I feel like some of the other ones later on are much better middle case letters than this one is. But at the same time, this is about as transitional as it gets between uppercase and lowercase. Anyway.
Yeah, no, he's not wrong. That's true. I hate this A. Yeah, so do I. I don't like it, but I don't think there's a way around it.
Moving on to B, we have, well, you guys know what a capital and lowercase b looks like, so let me write it out real quick. Obviously, the only thing changing between these two is that
interesting.
upper bump in the capital B. So the question becomes, what do we do to represent a transition between the two? Now, not to credit myself, but if we go back to my design for lowercase 8, we can see that we have a similar predicament. The circle up top...
What the fuck? Why? No, now I need to... Now I need to watch the video. What even is
got
that?
reduced into a dot, and up here, the circle up top gets reduced into nothing.
Fuck?
So, in my opinion, the perfect transitional symbol would be that. The bump, loop, or circle up top, whatever you want to call it, gets reduced into a dot, and then the dot gets reduced into nothing. But the bottom bump stays the same, and the line stays the same.
Why? Why? I don't understand the dot. I don't get it. If it was a circle with two lines on the sides, it would have looked better. A circle with two lines on the side, I don't know how that would work either. I won't lie.
So I believe that makes it a perfect transitional letter between uppercase and lowercase b. This does bring up the question of whether or not dots are exclusive to lowercase letters, but I'll leave that up to someone else.
Oh, dots. Yeah, there's no dots in like an uppercase letter. But does that mean you can just put a dot anywhere, like on like a letter, and just like immediately go like, no, but like, wait. If you put a dot because it's like a feature, like a trait of a lowercase letter. That's my understanding, right? I don't know the full context, but like if you put it on like an uppercase letter, I see how it like works. But like if it's on a lowercase letter, you've put a lowercase trait on a lowercase letter and made that lowercase letter even more lowercase than it was before. So like, does that still make it middle case? Does that still make it middle case? I don't know.
Now we run into what I would like to call our first problem letter, and that is C. Because it's literally the exact same letter, but one is smaller, I don't really know what to do. There are three main proposals I have, and I'll present you with all of them before revealing which is the one that I think is the best. The first is C with a dot in the middle. The second is C, but slightly smaller than the upper.
What, is just gonna put a dot on like all of the letters and call them middle case? Because that's actually really funny. Question mark. I like how there's an established rule already in this like world. You know what I mean? And like the dot just kind of, I don't know. Oh, dot is only found in lowercase letters. So how about we put dot on uppercase letter to make middle case letter?
Case and slightly bigger than the lowercase. And the last is C, the same size as uppercase C, but it goes below the line. So obviously
I'm actually kind of losing it. Stop. Oh my god. Oh, I need to calm down. Okay.
Each of these have their own problems. With the first, there's no dot in either of these, so the fact that it just kind of appears and then disappears is a little odd. With this one,
I agree.
That's just really confusing. And with the last, there's not really a clear way to determine where the C should go below the line. Like it's kind of vague whether or not it should go here or here or here. So my compromise is to use this one and just kind of split it at the halfway point. So if we draw our line here, C would go here. It's not a perfect solution, but it's the best one I could think of. And all things considered, I'm pretty happy with it. This brings
Yeah, you know what? I don't hate that. I think that's actually pretty okay. And it's a creative way to kind of turn it into middle case without like just making it like kind of like a slightly smaller capital C and a slightly larger like small c, which is what I would have done. This is a very good way to differentiate, which like I respect him for that. You know what? I respect him for this. We need more dot people. Oh my god.
brings us to another problem letter, but not because it looks the same between uppercase and lowercase. It's just a weird one to design an in-between letter for. That, of course, is D. The only thing that remains similar between these two is this line.
If he puts a dot on this, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit.
And I don't quite know what to do about this line or this circle that would indicate that it's a sort of in-between letter. So I'm just gonna show you my design and we're gonna move on before you have time to think about it.
Wait. You know, this makes sense. This makes sense. I know it makes sense. No, hear me out. Hear me out. It makes sense. You see the resemblance between the capital D and the small d. Do I hate it? A little bit. But like, do I have a better solution? I don't. I don't mind that yet. Same here. I think it's okay. This looks better than the A. This looks way better than the A. ample time. I didn't even have to pause. He gave us ample time to actually see that.
Is another odd one, but ultimately I think I'm pretty happy with it. Uppercase E and lowercase e, and it's kind of hard to figure out what an in-between between these two would look like. You have a loop here and all rounded edges, and here you have sharp edges and multiple lines. There's not really an in-between you could think of. But what if we just did 3, or more specifically,
What do you
3
mean?
with a loop?
I don't hate that. I do not hate that. Wait. This might be the best one so far. I love this one. Wait, this just tickled the part of my brain that never gets tickled. I don't know how to explain it. This kind of works. Wait, I love this. I like this one.
I'm pretty happy with this one. You have
Yeah,
lowercase e
it's
hidden
good.
within it, while it also generally represents the form of uppercase E. I think it works. The only issue I can think of, if we're getting hyper nitpicky, is that it almost resembles the weird ampersand people draw that looks like this. But ultimately, we already have an ampersand like this, and so we don't.
Yeah.
We could just get rid of this one if we really
I
needed
agree.
to. What could possibly be going on? He's playing my.
Is that an actual thing that's like in his background? That's not an actual sound. No fucking way. No shot. That's an actual sound. It's so comedic.
Minecraft again. It can't
No,
be
we
that
have to hear
serious.
it. No,
Could
wait.
possibly be going on. Really needed to. What could?
No, it is. Shut up. That's real. No, that's so funny. Okay.
Possibly be going on. He's playing Minecraft again. It can't be that serious.
How do you make it so expensive?
Dude.
You need to make a
No! No!
Shut up. No. Why do you have this?
No! No!
Next up is F. And of course we have
It's
kind of the
exactly
same
the
problem with
same.
E in a way. You do generally have the same kind of form with a line and then a horizontal line in the middle. But there's the question of how you resolve this sharp edge getting turned into this round edge. And instead of addressing that, I just kind of made a new thing.
I think it looks too much like a P as well. Yeah, that's a no for me too. But again, I disagree. But also, I don't have a solution, because if you take like the uppercase F and you just take like the middle part and like scribble it across, like scratch it across like the main stalk of like the F, it just still looks like a capital letter F. So like, because like some people actually write it like that, so like it's not viable either. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Soup spoon. It's like a ladle. It does look like a P, doesn't it? It looks like a P. It's so weird. I feel so critical, but I don't have any solutions either.
I might have been a bit out of it when I made this, so because I don't really know what I was thinking. I'm also undecided on whether or not the line in the middle should go across or not, right? Like, I'm not really sure.
Okay, I think if it goes across, it makes more sense. But also, it still looks too much like a basic F, because some people really curve their Fs.
This is kind of a weird comparison, but it's almost like an inverted T with the curve at the bottom, right? You just flip this, you invert the vertical line. I don't know, that's kind of silly looking.
That's
I'm
literally
just not
an
really
F.
sure what to do for this one, and so
Still an F.
ultimately, you just have to deal with it. There's nothing you can do. This is my video, and the only thing you can do is leave an angry comment about middle case letter designs. So
He knows. He knows everyone's gonna complain. But I think he also knows we don't really have any other alternatives to offer. So like, I'm gonna zip. I'm just gonna laugh really hard, because like, oh my god, I don't know how he put the time into actually making these middle case letters. I respect the grind, even if I don't agree with the result, but I feel like I can't disagree because I don't have an alternative to offer.
if you want to do that, go for it, man. I'm not gonna stop you. G. I wonder what G is gonna be. Capital G, lowercase g. What's the
That's an interesting way to write the letter G. I've only ever seen that in like typefaces. I've never seen anyone actually physically write the letter G like
in
that.
between? What is that?
Wee, look at me.
I just did that.
Wait, what is that? What is that?
No, I can't do that. I think we take the best parts of both of these, that being the big overarching circle on the capital G and then the little tail on the lowercase g, and we merge them into that.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I like this. I like this one. I actually do like this one. I'm a fan. I like it. I like it a lot. I guess, excuse me. I guess the question that I need answered, right? Like, that will really solidify if I like a middle case letter or not is, what is the purpose of a middle case letter? Like, okay, we just want it to exist, but it needs a function. And if it doesn't have a function, I think it's very hard for me to really truly approve or disapprove of like a certain letter. So like a capital letter, like, oh, like you start like a noun with a capital letter and lowercase letters are literally everything else. But like, excuse me, but like what purpose does a middle case letter, what problem does it solve, right? Like, what's the point of it? And I think if I knew the answer to that, I don't think anyone has the answer to this question, right? But like, if we did have the answer, I think it would help me a lot more to better understand if I like this rendition of a middle case letter. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Besides it looking good and my eyes liking it. You know what I mean? I keep spamming, you know what I mean? I hope that doesn't become a new thing.
Which honestly, I could make a case for even being uppercase G, but what I also like is that it kind of looks like this G if it just got bigger. Right?
Yeah, I agree. I like it too.
Out, so then it has the gap that uppercase G has.
It's quite perfect.
It represents the good in both uppercase and lowercase G, and so
that's a good one. I like that one. I really like that one.
Middlecase letter H. Another odd one. I put a lot more thinking into this than I probably should have. I even got to the point where I was like, well, if you tilt them horizontally, what changes between the two that then you...
I appreciate that was something that he considered, but I feel like the moment you tilt it horizontally, it doesn't become an H anymore. It's a completely different symbol.
You merge the lines together and then split them apart into two lowercase h's in a way.
Stop! Wait, that looks cool, but that's not an H. It looks cool, but it's not an H.
Rid of one of these, and then you're left with this, and then you flip it horizontally again.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. This is good. This is fine. This is good. It's good. He's got a level head on his shoulders. Okay, like this is solid.
It's not the end of the world, and I think it doesn't work too terribly, but I just wish I had something better. I think the biggest issue with this one is just that if you're writing it in a rush, you could almost end up making the center like hump look like the line for a capital H. But let that just be a lesson to take your time and enjoy things in life, you know?
It does kind of look like a W. Yeah, no, that's true. You guys have a point. That does look like a W. I was so tunnel visioned into the H, I didn't even notice the W. That's true. But I also don't hate it. It's more narrow than a W. And W's have more diagonality to them, you know?
Don't rush through your writing or whatever. I didn't know H was so philosophical, but here we are. Stop and smell the roses head out. I am going to present my design for I next. I know I made the point earlier that A was kind of just the top half and the bottom half combined into a middle case letter. With I, it's the opposite. It's the bottom half and the top half combined into a middle case letter.
Okay.
But honestly,
that's good too. I like that. I like that one. I actually like that one.
honestly, I think that works a lot better than A does. It takes the best elements of both and really nicely just puts them into one distinct form. I did have a moment of hesitation where I almost made it this. God knows what I was thinking. Also, don't worry, I hear you guys in the back. What if you write your I like this? That's a you problem, man. Why would you write your capital I in such a way where it can so easily be confused with a lowercase L? Why would you do that to the rest of us? Why? Ultimately,
Sorry, I do that. It's just faster. And I don't see a reason as to why I have to put 2 extra lines on my capital I's when you can tell it's a capital I.
So you guys write lowercase I the same, and so it's just the same thing. It's fine, you're gonna be okay, and maybe, you know, think about everyone else once in your life. J is a bizarre one, but I did notice that it has similarities to uppercase T, that being the line on top of it. However, lowercase j doesn't have any similarities to lowercase t. So I took some inspiration from lowercase t and applied it to middlecase j.
just do that. I mean, he can. It's his project and his rules, but you can't just do that. Just like take something from a different lowercase letter and put it in the. It's not a transitionary. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like how it looks. I like how it looks. I do. I can't deny it. I like how it looks. But like, I can't make sense of it.
And let me explain. I get that a lot of people write their lowercase t's like this, and as much as I want to complain about those people being weird, I get that there might be a little confusion between these two. So that's why with middlecase J, it goes beneath the line just like lowercase j. That way, if you're writing these side by side, it kind of avoids any confusion you might
I like it a little bit less knowing that it goes below the line now.
have in the process. K. Wait, how am I gonna do this? Because I need to write uppercase and then lowercase, but I can't put a third one here. We'll just write it down here, okay? You can just imagine that it's up here, but it's not, you know? Well, with uppercase K, we have this angle created in here, and it's created by two big lines. With lowercase k, we have that same angle, but created
Is that the fucking Bellotro music?
with two small lines.
That just fucking hit me like a truck! That hit me like a fucking truck! Wait, it literally is the Bellotro music! Oh, jeez!
So we could do an in-between in making it like that, but I don't like that. That's really ugly, and so I have a better idea. What if we take the small angle and just put it at the top instead?
I was thinking that too. I was just thinking, just flip the lowercase k. I think it works.
So it's like that, but you just push it up, and you just put it up here
But
instead.
there's a but. There's a but. He didn't put it up there, so there's a but.
I don't know. The argument against this is that it could be a bit confusing on whether or not this or this should be the new lowercase one, but
Why do we need a new we have an established lowercase k. Who's debating this? Like, we already have an established lowercase k. We don't need a new lowercase k and turn, the old lowercase k into like the middle case k. We just use this one as the middle case k.
I think that this feels more uppercase than this, just because when a letter is more top heavy, it feels more uppercase to me. Letters such as B, T, J, they all have more going on up top than their lowercase versions, and so I think that works here as well. But it's not the uppercase K, it's just middle case K. L. As much as I like the letter, it has to take the L on this one. Uppercase L is line, line. Lowercase L is line.
Oh,
So what
there
do I
isn't.
do?
Oh, I mean,
No,
there's.
no, God.
Why I hate that? I actually hated that one.
And then it hit me. Some people write their lowercase l's as that, with a little curve at the bottom. So not to confuse it with uppercase I, but I think we should just get rid of that entirely. So what if we just...
I enjoy how, in certain cases, when people write their lowercase words with like a little curve on the bottom, it's immediately dismissed if it's not convenient. And then the moment it's like, oh, yeah, that's a thing that people also do, and it could be useful here, it's immediately relevant again. I find it so funny.
If you want to burn me at the stake, can you at least wait until I finish the video? I get the problems you could have with that, but at the end of the day, there's not really much else to do, and it feels better than doing like a little line at the bottom. So I think
true.
The curved line is the way to go, and I think that we're just gonna have to accept that that's middle case, this is lowercase, and that as uppercase I is a sin and should be recognized as such. Uppercase M has two.
But like, what if? I don't know. What if you kind of, I don't know, because I feel like the curved L feels a little bit too much like a lowercase L, because like people actually do read it like that. Like, it's gonna immediately be confused. So like, I don't know. I feel like what if you kind of tilted the bottom of the L? I think that might be worse. That might be worse.
Two pointed peaks. Lowercase m has two rounded peaks. So naturally, middle case m has one pointed peak and one rounded peak.
I don't know about that. I don't know. What if we just added like a line to the side? I don't know. Gosh. Like, I shit on the guy, but also like I'm He's got hella balls. He's got way more balls than I do. Okay, like I'm scared to even share like what I have in mind.
And I get it, it's ugly, it's disgusting, I hate it as much as you, but I have no other ideas. Let's please just move on. N. N is... Okay, hear me out on this one. So let's say we have lowercase n and we want to convert it to uppercase N by means of a slow step-by-step process. Step 1 would probably be to make this line longer, because then it would match uppercase N.
I mean,
However,
no.
that is just H, but you know,
Yes.
it's just the in-between phase. I'm not gonna make middle case N just H. The next step would probably be to sharpen this, right? Because then it becomes that. But this still too closely resembles H. What if we raise this side and lower this side again? So it becomes that. Because then the next step would obviously just be to raise the other side and then just flip it, and you would have an uppercase N. But this is too uppercase N resembling to be middle case N, and this is too H resembling to be middle case N. So just take the in-between and make that middle case.
I like that. I think that's okay. I think that's okay.
N. I have like an intense internal sensation telling me that this is the worst thing I've ever laid eyes on, but the rational part of my brain is telling me that this makes sense and logically should be the middle case N. And now I'm going to erase it before that internal instinct takes over. Oh boy, O's design sure did confuse me. It's another problem letter. What do I do? It's the same in both uppercase and lowercase, just smaller. Do I really want to put O beneath the line like with C? No. Do I want to take either or and put a dot in the middle?
Again!
Kind of. I think this is a step in the right direction, but it's also a little too close to my uppercase period, even though they are incredibly different sizes, but still, that's bothering me. And so what if we just made the dot a circle?
I don't love it. Dot!
Why not? Lowercase o to middle case O to uppercase O. I get that we have the problem that I proposed with C having a dot, being that this just kind of appears and then disappears, but I like to think of it as the O kind of cloning itself and then shrinking the outer layer, like shrinks inward, like it's a fun little animation. Like it's a big O, then it clones itself, and then the outer one shrinks into the smaller one, and then it becomes lowercase. Oh, that made no sense, probably. Yeah, it's the same problem, but...
Don't do that to me. No, bro, some fucking pun in there. I hate that I caught it.
It like makes a little more sense than just a dot appearing in the middle of C. Kind of a tricky one. I made do with what I could. P was one of the hardest to design because... Okay.
The pen said enough.
Yeah, you know what? You don't need to work. What was I thinking, having whiteboard markers to write on a whiteboard with? Get a whiteboard, they said. Write with your whiteboard markers, they said. But what if the whiteboard markers don't even want to write? P was one of the hardest on this list just because there's not... You can't... What do I do? The line moves down, and this moves down. But I can't do one in between, because that doesn't work. So I sat down, relaxed, closed my eyes, and meditated on it.
God, bro's actually meditating.
And meditation
okay.
must be a scam because all I could come up with was this. I don't really know. It looks okay. It's like the tail kind of just appears and then goes away.
This suffers the same issue with the T, which is that it looks okay, but where did the tail come from? The J? I understand it's from the J. It's probably like under the line, but again, what defines a middle case letter?
But it's not like I could really do anything else. I wasn't about to do a backwards P because that's just Q. Maybe I should have meditated on it more, but I wanted to make the video now, and whatever. Speaking of Q, Q. Uppercase Q and lowercase q are so vastly different that coming up with a middle case version of Q was just a task in and of itself. I don't even remember what my thought process was. I just know that eventually I settled on this. And for those of you who write your Q without the
I like it. I like it. That was my favorite. No, G is my favorite. This was my second favorite. My second favorite. I like this one.
tail, this is what your Q would look like. Odd doesn't even begin to describe how I feel about this, but I also just couldn't think of anything more that would better represent an in-between of the two. I guess I could have done something along the lines of like this, but that just felt like this feels more uppercasey than this ultimately, so I decided against that. You could just think of it as like a double-sided Q, right? Because if you shave this off, it just becomes lowercase q. But when it is a full circle, it represents uppercase Q pretty well, I'd say. I don't know, maybe I'm being too optimistic about it, and maybe it just sucks,
I like it.
but...
I like it.
Anyway, R was one that took me a while. For the longest time, I kept trying to merge this semicircle with lowercase r, and so that was my design for like most of this video's production. But the more I saw this, the more I just hated it. That doesn't
Yeah. It's kind of don't like it either.
work at all. That doesn't, not even one bit. So away with you. And what if we just kept the long line at the back of the R? Something's missing.
Stop! Oh! He saw an opportunity and he fucking took it.
Perfect. Again, semicircle or loop or whatever you want to call it, shrinks into a dot and then shrinks into nothing. It's a consistent pattern that is...
No, but that's the thing. Okay, like it shrinks into a dot, but if the dot is based on like the dot of the I because it's a lowercase letter, right? That's a justification for a dot. What part of the uppercase I shrinks into the dot to make the lowercase dot? I don't see a connection. Dot supremacy is crazy. Oh my gosh.
Is also not consistent with other letters with dots, but you know what? It's fine. It looks like an alien symbol. It looks kind of hideous. But like... It's like a cute hideous, you know? Oh, look at the ugly little R. So cute. What am I doing? Okay, say
I can't with the dot. It's fucking
it
killing
with me. Now. I firmly believe that S is the worst letter in this list for this purpose. It's the same letter, both uppercase and lowercase, just smaller. I don't want to put it below the line because that's just terrifying. And I also can't add a circle or a dot anywhere, nor can I put a line through it because then it's just a $sign. So what do I do? And as a man desperate to finish this video, I had to turn to the last resort. I had to make it slightly smaller than uppercase S, slightly bigger than lowercase s.
I would have accepted if the S was also like kind of halfway below the line. I actually wouldn't mind that. But then that would just make it a C. But it's fine. It still works, you know? Oh my god. But like one of the letters had to get this treatment. Like it was inevitable. Yeah, it was inevitable. Why didn't he just make it the cool S? Oh my gosh.
And I'm gonna have to live with that. T, on the other hand, is just, it just kind of annoyed me because, oh, look at me, I'm a line and I'm gonna shrink and then move down a little bit, but not enough to the point where I can justify putting just a line in between those 2 points. So what do I do? Oh, I don't know. Let's just, you know what? Why not? Let's just flip T upside down. Is this also the symbol in math for like a perpendicular line? Yeah, but you know what? We could just say that middle case T would become the symbol for a perpendicular line. The same way like X and Y represent numbers in math. It's like...
I was just gonna say that. It's kind of like how X and Y, like you have to write X a certain way to make it like whatever. Like you just do it. It's fine. we can work with this.
It's not that this symbol already exists so we can't use it as letters. It's that the letter would then also be used as the symbol, right? Does it make a lot of sense? And by the way, if you write your lowercase t with a little curve,
No! Why would you do that? I hate it! No, just put the curve on top! No, like, I understand why he did it because, like, it's still supposed to be on the bottom, but I hate it so much. Oh, no, don't do that. Oh my god, I hate it.
You're out of luck, buddy. You just have to live with that now. You are not gonna believe what I decided to do for you.
Okay.
Oh, but what if I read it without the tail? Don't worry. You're okay. Calm down.
Okay. That's just the L. If you write it a little bit wrong, it's just gonna be like the middle case L. all you have to do is add a little bit more sexy to your Middlecase L, and it turns into this. Actually, I don't know if I love this anymore just because of the overlap, but I can't give him another like option. Just regular use with the tail. Just do it with the tail. Just include the tail.
I said you weren't gonna believe what I did for you. Honestly, I feel like this is pretty believable. This is also the one that I think most nicely accounts for the different ways people write it. It doesn't really change all too much between the two, just like how normal lowercase u doesn't change all too much between the two, so I'm pretty satisfied with it. V and W, you know what, we'll just do them at the same time, are both also kind of problem letters, but I came up with a clever solution for these. In both cases, we just have the same letter but smaller, so what do we do for it? Well, let's pretend for a second that V bends at the middle here and here, and W does the same thing. That means that V can fold over itself, like so, and W can also fold over itself, like so, which ends up creating Middlecase V and Middlecase W. I'm actually not too upset with this. As much as I don't like the concept of covering up the top and then opening it up again for the lowercase ones, I didn't really have anything else to do, and I don't think it's the end of the world. Moving on, we have X, which
I don't like that one, but I don't have I don't have a. I don't like it.
X. I know it's just an hour.
I don't like that one either. I don't think any of those spots should be covered up. It doesn't immediately register as an X to me anymore.
Glass, but that's fine. Honestly, we could do with an hourglass in the alphabet. Originally, before this, I had it as this. I don't know.
I like that more. I like that one more. I actually really like this one.
Why? I just chose to only add a line at the bottom. I guess I was just hating myself that day. The thing with V, W, and X is that it's just, they're all such strange examples when it comes to designing a middle case form. So I did the best I could, and I'm not too upset with it. And I hope you aren't either, because I would very much like to continue making videos. Why did I have to design a middle case version for Y? I can't just do this, because that's, first of all, hideous. Second of all, it's just a bigger version of this, and some people also write their uppercase Ys like this, so that
that's me, I do it.
doesn't work. I also just can't do this because I feel like that would get too easily confused with lowercase y. So clearly we have to add something, even if it's not present in uppercase or lowercase y. So why not?
That's literally just the yen symbol.
And then just maybe like expand this a little bit.
That looks even more like the yen symbol.
And like, I don't know, man. This one needs some workshopping. I'm more than willing to admit that. But you know what? It is just kind of a skill issue on Y's part.
I think he's fine. He's doing what he can. He's working with what he has, and I respect that.
You suck. And lastly, we have the final letter of the alphabet, Z. Another problem letter. However, this one kind of works in a way. So obviously they both have lines at the bottom, so we'll keep that, and we'll take the big line from uppercase Z, but the small line from lowercase z, and we'll create that. So if I were to write it more properly, that's how it would look. And I know that some people write their Z's with a line in the middle, so you know what? If you want to do that, then just throw the line in. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. Everything is fine. Right. So that's all my designs for middle case letters. But what's the purpose of them? What's the use case? When would we ever apply these to our writing? If you'll
Thank you. This is exactly what I was waiting for.
remember, in my lowercase and uppercase symbols video, there was no use case. It was just purposeless and for fun. But with my lowercase numbers, it eradicated the need to use commas with numbers. For example, if I were to write out 980,000. I need a new pen. For example, if I were to write out 980,000. 272. We don't need commas because uppercase letters indicate the start of where commas would be. So in the
Okay, I thought like it was literally just those two characters and that was the whole
case
number.
of middle case letters, get it? Case of middle case. That was completely by accident. We actually don't need spaces anymore. Proper nouns and the start of the sentence will still begin with uppercase letters, but the start of every other word would begin with a middle case letter. So for example, if I were to write out the sentence, my name is Lucas, if you have a good enough grasp on middle case letters, you can read this without it having spaces or having to like decipher where each word starts and ends.
True.
Would it look really disorganized? And would it ultimately be a lot harder to read than our current system? Yeah, but like, let me have a little fun. So in conclusion,
Did you see how long that took to write? I don't blame him. I don't blame. It's a whole new writing system, but also like, oh my god.
In retrospect, this looks like shit.